and welcome back to my channel. My name is Karin Odermatt, and today we are going to look at the really important thing. It's different mounts on top of the hoop. Normally we just go there, maybe like get stuck on the top. I see this with my students, I notice it myself. So today I prepared a few different ways how you can mount, how you can work on it to make it look more interesting or just to make it cleaner. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below, give me a thumb up if you like what you see, share it with others, and join the Facebook group. The link is below. So even for the easy mount, it can be difficult. You might have noticed yourself, especially if you are a beginner, that you get stuck with your feet and you kind of find it hard to come up there. So what I would recommend is that you put your hands about 1 and 11 o'clock. So just wide enough so you get your hips through and your legs through, but not too wide, because the wider you grip, also maybe the more hard it will be to come up. So have it somewhere 1 and 11 o'clock. And then another thing is that if you keep your arms bent, it will be even harder to get your legs through. So what you should do is you have your arms bent, but once you are lifting your knees up, you would have to straighten your arms and get your knees actually close to your chest and then the feet under. I will show you 3 different ways now how you can go through, and I will tell you which I personally think is the easiest one. And then it's up to you to try it, and if you have a different one, please leave the comment below. I'm happy to see it. So hands up here, and then you have your arms still bent because it's a little bit easier. You get your knees up. You can, if you want, you can take a little temp like this and then get them up. So you don't just lift them, but you go up, you get your knees to your chest, and then make your arms long and straight. Now you flex your feet, you push them through, and then you hang your knees in. A second way, which you can do, similar, have your hands here, arms bent, take a little temp, and this time you leave your feet pointed. That's a little bit more hard, and you kind of drag them through until they are through, and you post them in, you place them in. So it will look like this. Take a little temp, arms bent, straighten the arms, and just pull your legs even further, and then prolong them and put them in. So like this, you had to kind of pull and wait, get your knees past, and then hang it in. The third way, if you find it, and this is the one I do with my students in the beginning when they find it super hard to get through, but they already have enough strength to get the legs up. So I also recommend that you look at the tuck video, because I have posted a tutorial where you can condition your tuck mount. Because this is basically a tuck mount. It helps a bit that the hoop is round, so it's kind of easier than under the hoop, where the hoop is like this, so you have less space. So this one, to train it on top first, can help, because you have, if your hands are here, you kind of win a certain amount of space. So look at that video, but if you are strong enough, you can cross your legs, which gives you a little bit more space. It's kind of easier to get through, and it would look like this. So again, for help, have your arms bent, take a little temps, knees to your chest, cross your feet, and pull them through like this, and hang them in. So in that way, you kind of have an easier way to pass. So try it out, these 3. This would be the first 3, which you can train, and let me know what is best. Another way to mount the hoop is again the same thing, hands on 11 and 1 o'clock. This time you're sliding back into your knees and place one leg on the hoop with the toes. So you're placing your foot on the hoop. You're leaning back, arms are straight. It's much easier. Getting your legs through and hanging your knee in on top. And then depending on your back, you can do a back bend. You can be there a little bit. And then you straighten your leg. You pull it through as well. And you're hanging in your knee hang. So that's another way to make it more interesting than just going up. And as well, it can be actually easier than having to tuck mount and lift both legs in the same time, because you can put your foot here and push your knee up. So what my students in the beginning do is when they are placing they kind of place the foot and then they work themselves up, pull themselves up and come into this position, which can be helpful to start with. So this is another way to mount the hoop and make it look pretty. Another way to mount the hoop would be from standing. So you're basically in this position, you're standing on the hoop is in your back, so you have your arms around here, and you're kind of pushing your back. You see here the pressure I'm applying. I'm pushing my back into the hoop, so my legs are working. Then I take one hand here, like this, and the second one as well. I'm gonna go forward, straighten my arms and my legs, looking at my knees, bending my body in, and then hanging my legs in. And there I am, in a knee hang, ready to go on. So this is some ways to come up into the hoop, on top of the hoop, play around with it. I really hope you have fun with it, and it makes your routines and your flows a little bit more interesting, and it gives you something to train. It's a conditioning in the same time, so it's a good way to condition, but in the same time make your routines a bit more interesting. Especially the last one, when you go forward, make sure you have a mat under and you have someone holding you. You should have a mat all the time, especially the last one. I would recommend to have someone holding you, because it's kind of from this position when you are there, you have to grab here with the thumb pointing backwards from under. Same on the other side, and then straighten your arms and legs and go forward. Also make sure that you kind of make yourself round with your head and your upper body, so you don't hit the hoop when you go around. So look at your knees, look at your belly button, make yourself round, and then do this little roll forward, catching your knees into the hoop. I hope you have fun with this. I really hope to see you. Tag me with your try of it. You find me on Instagram, Karin Odermatt Coach. And thanks for watching. See you next week for a new tutorial. Bye!